On this episode of Eric Mintel Investigates, Eric Mintel and Dominic Sattele investigate the Old Jail Museum. Joining the team is President and CEO of Visit Poconos, Chris Barrett, and Old Jail Museum guide Blaine Dart. While on the investigation, Dominic tunes into something so heart-wrenching that turns the entire investigation upside down. In the dungeon, the team encounters otherworldly activity they weren't prepared for. Join us tonight for the history and mysteries of the Old Jail Museum. My name is Eric Mintel. By night, I'm a professional jazz musician. But by even later at night, I investigate the paranormal. I, along with my team at Eric Mintel Investigates, travel the country, investigating all things paranormal. This is Eric Mintel Investigates.
I've been talking about this for such a long time, and here we are, man, the Old Jail Museum.
Jim Thorpe, here we come.
Oh my God, it's going to be incredible. Mike.
Yes.
You're with us again, man.
Again, I'm back.
I feel like we're the three investigators, like through the Alfred Hitchcock series.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, it's just like, we're a real life three investigators, right?
Thank God he didn't say three amigos.
But dude, I am so excited about this. I mean, working with Visit Poconos, number one, is going to be so awesome. It's huge. You don't even know what's going on, but I can't wait to see what you're going to tune into.
I have never been there. I've never investigated it, but I know friends of mine and family that have been there, and they tell me how haunted it is.
Chris Barrett, the CEO at Visit Poconos, him and his crew went in to do an interview with the owner. All of their batteries got zapped.
We've had that happen more than once.
You're not kidding. Well, we got our work cut out for us, guys, so onward and upward.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Do it.
We arrived and met up with Old Jail Museum guide Blaine Dart.
So Blaine, here we are, man. Thank you so much for allowing us to do this investigation. The history of this incredible venue and what your family's done with it over the last 30 years is incredible, right? You've been guiding the tour since you were like, what, 12?
It started when I was 10. Yeah.
Wow.
So this is my 12th year. I just turned 22. So right now we're in the cell block, same cell block throughout the jail's history. Built in 1871, active up until 1995. So there was prisoners in here until 1995. Each cell is about 13 feet, 1 to 4 people per cell.
So I know this is probably one of the most craziest attractions here, but the gallows. Now,
Yeah.
I know these aren't the original, but they're as close to the original
They're
as.
almost identical. The only thing they're missing would be a black staircase to get you to the doors that would drop. But
Wow.
other than that, they're pretty identical.
I am tuning in on things, spirit that's here. And there's a lot of spirits that are here walking around. What have you experienced in this area?
Cell block?
But there's one specific room that you had an experience in.
The only cell I've ever had a real experience in, it's not even an experience, it's more of a feeling, is the cell with the handprint. When you go in there, it feels very unbalanced, kind of like you walk in, the walls space out a few feet. It's very eerie. Now, I've had an experience right here, pretty much where we're standing, with this carving on the ground. It's right back here, Niehoff. Now, Niehoff was one of the prosecutors who actually fought to get the Mullen McGuires hanged. As they were being hanged, the first 4 on June 21st, 1877, the day of the ropes, being hanged right here, next to the gallows, everyone in the audience heard a scratching sound, but they couldn't figure out where the scratching came from. A few days later, the guards noticed Niehoff's name was newly carved into the ground. So the rumor is that that name was carved as the man's spirits passed over. So I was telling that story to another news station a few years ago, and hundreds of people, thousands of people walk over this name a year walk over this carving a year without knowing what it is, right? So it's a little dirty, so I went down and dusted it off. As soon as I dusted it off, that back right noose started to wave, kind of like a swing. All the other ones were perfectly still, but that back one started to wave. That is by far the weirdest thing that's ever happened to me here.
Where are we going?
We're going into the hamper cell, cell 17.
Now, this is the one that you really don't like going
No, this is the least favorite one.
Wow.
Yeah, by far.
We're going in. Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah, weird, right?
I see what you mean by that. It's like that, there's like that wonky kind of...
Unbalanced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. And there it is. So what Blaine is telling us is blowing my mind, and what Dom is tuning into is also blowing my mind. I mean, when Blaine said that you could feel that kind of like weird vertigo type feeling in here, it's true. It's like as soon as I walked in here, it was so like an unbalancing kind of effect. I can't wait to get on the investigation tonight. It's going to be epic, so stay tuned.
A nearby cell stood out to Dominic.
There is a spirit in there, and it's grabbing the bars looking out. That is not a good spirit.
We're in Jim Thorpe, Pennsylvania, investigating the old jail museum. Next, we went upstairs to the warden's chambers.
So Blaine, I'm looking at this window. What is this?
So this is what we call our one-way window.
Okay.
It's pretty self-explanatory. The guards and wardens can look down and see everything, but when the prisoners look back up, all they see is a reflection of the cell block ceiling.
So it's like a security window.
Like a security camera.
Wow,
Yeah.
security camera. And this is original to the building as well?
Original with the building, yes, sir.
Unbelievable.
Right now we're in the warden's master bedroom. So actually the warden and his family too, kids, lived here in the building from 1871 up until 1971. Wow.
What's going on? What's going on?
Blaine was just saying how he felt really weird energy in here. Very traumatic energy is in here. This is the kids' room when the warden was here, and then it was the work release room for the prisoners. But in here, there was death in here. It wasn't a child, but the child was scarred from the trauma that happened in here. I just see him huddling in the corner.
Do you see what happened?
I see what happened, yes.
You don't want to say it.
I'm not saying,
Okay.
no.
Off camera, Dominic told me what happened, but at that point we had to switch gears and move on. The magnetometer readings in the women's cell area were off the charts. This would have devastating consequences later on during the investigation.
What the hell?
The shift in energy from upstairs to downstairs was remarkable. Next, Blaine led us to one of the museum's most active hotspots, the dungeon.
So Blaine, we're in the dungeon. What put them into solitary confinement? Like
So-
unruliness or?
Yeah, absolutely. That, fights, maybe stealing a spoon from upstairs. Spoon was all they had for silverware. So you're sent down here. You're down here for minimum 2 days, maximum of 2 weeks. And all these lights we see, they're all for touring purposes only, so it'll be pretty close to almost pitch black 24/7.
So if we cut the light off here, let's show the folks at home what this is going to look like. So cut that light off, Mike. This is what it would look like,
Yeah.
minus the couple of lights that are on
minus
here.
the little candle lights, it'd be
Yeah.
pitch black, hard to see your hand in front of your face.
Dragging Dominic on another investigation, he was visibly shaken on this one.
Whenever you're comfortable.
He asked me if I'm comfortable. I'm not comfortable down here. There's a lot of energy down here that is just being held back, and I can feel the spirits are really restless that are down here. This wasn't for the good. This was for the guys that were causing problems. Some of them learned their lessons, some of them did not, and they spent a lot of time down here. Very intense energy that's down here in this area. Stay tuned.
There was an eerie heaviness down in the dungeon. As Dominic was tuning in on the otherworldly spirits, I decided to get my cell phone and start taking pictures.
I don't know about you, but I got some orbs on this thing, big time.
There's a lot down here.
At this point, we were alerted that we had a special guest that was joining us on the investigation.
So here we are, Chris Barrett, President, CEO, Pocono Mountain Visitors Bureau. Chris, thank you so much.
I was really looking forward to this.
Oh my God, man.
Can't wait till we dig in a little more.
I mean, we haven't even been here like an hour, and Dom is already tuning in on crazy stuff. But your team was here, and what happened? You experienced something crazy here too.
Right, so we were here a number of times within a 2 to 3 year time period. So we shot something first, came back, refreshed it. met with the owner. We talked to the owner quite a bit. And one of the things she first said to me, she said, Chris, you need to do one thing. You need to make sure that all your batteries are charged with everything, your lights, cameras, all those kind of things. So I approach everything kind of skeptically, probably like you do.
Yeah,
right?
sure, absolutely.
Like, sure, we'll do that.
Yep.
So the first time we came in, our batteries just, all of them went dead immediately the first time we came in. Cell phone batteries, everything.
Cell phone too? Wow.
Cell phone.
Wow.
I forgot to tell you, my cell phone battery was dead too. So I thought, this is crazy. So we went out in the car and then we did our thing, and it just happened once, and that was it. The second time we came, we did a number of different things. We shot a few commercials, we shot some long form content, and I was upstairs in one of the rails here doing a promo, and the lights started to flicker. All the 2 lights that were set up to catch me up top, they started to flicker. And then the gentleman who was shooting it said, oh my gosh, our camera battery's dead.
Again.
So it did absolutely happen twice.
Wow.
And then we had someone who was production assistant who was working with one of the doors, moved the door, felt very cold, something very cold go past her, and jumped up.
And Dom's feeling a myriad of emotions in here.
You know, I don't have the depth of understanding that you do.
Sure. You would ask me if I see spirit. And I do. I see full body apparitions, and they show me what they want me to see, how they look. That's the way they usually come through to me.
When you say come through, what do you mean by that?
When they let me see them, when they come through, when they make connection with me, and they start telling me their story, they're letting me know how scared they were. They're letting me feel that. So what I'm getting right now is a pain in the coming up. I just feel the energy.
Oh, Eric!
I know that you're in the zone here, you know, in all seriousness.
Oh yeah, he's really got great questions.
Oh, I mean, Chris, it's incredible to have Chris here with us tonight.
And I'm grateful to be here because when we did the thing, I was like, what? Of course there was nobody here to answer questions. So you're like, oh, it was really, I'm so happy I can ask somebody who felt the same thing I did.
And it's good that Chris is asking these questions. Because, here's the other thing. He may be a little uneasy going into these things, but if he has a little bit more of an understanding on what's going on, then it's not as scary. So what I'd like to try to do, I know that you're very reluctant to get down to the... if you come down to the dungeon, there is some weird stuff going on down there. I mean, and...
there's
Blaine,
weird stuff.
Blaine told me something, and I don't want to tell you, but I want to see if we can actually capture something down there that coincides with what he told me.
Okay.
Chris, we're a man short. I mean, we've got Mike that's going to be with us as well, but could you join us on the investigation?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Don't sound so enthusiastic.
It is. I do really want to know, because I think there's so many things that are unexplained that we don't really understand.
Just so you know, usually when I'm on these investigations, usually within the first 10 to 15 minutes, something happens.
Yeah. So, and that's no joke.
We're in Jim Thorpe, Pennsylvania, investigating the old jail museum. Next, we made our way upstairs to the warden's area.
So Chris is here. What we're all feeling here is the emotional energy is incredible. So I figured we'd start upstairs and work our way down to the dungeon. So let's go.
This was Chris's first time upstairs. As Dominic was explaining what he was feeling in these rooms, he was physically drained.
In these kind of situations, when he's feeling that kind of energy, I had no idea. We only found that out today. I could tell when he was in there, I could tell that just because his demeanor, his voice cracking, that the emotional connection in there is strong.
We decided to head downstairs, and as we were looking at some of the historical artifacts, a special guest arrived.
Bonus footage here, folks. Betty Lou McBride. So great to meet you. I know we've talked over the years, but I am so glad that we're here. I know you've got a lot of stories. You've been here for a long time, and you've really shaped this town. So can't wait to hear about your stories. Let's go back and talk to Chris and Dom.
Right into the cell block, and we'll tell you all about it.
Beautiful. Let's do it. We're here with Betty Lou McBride. I mean, this is unbelievable. You didn't even know that you were going to have a cameo today.
I hadn't planned this at all.
We really appreciate you being here. I know Chris and I have been talking about this for a while, so I know you and Chris have a great history, but you've had this for like 30 years.
95.
95, but you've been around here since 1980.
It's 1980.
And you came from Naples, Florida, but you were being pulled to this area.
For some reason. I can't figure it out, but it's been a wonderful time here.
But when you bought this, you didn't realize anything about the ghosts until you bought it.
We did not know the story except briefly of the Molly Maguires. My husband wanted to see the building preserved. He bought the building. I did not buy this jail. He bought this jail. You didn't think I'd raise my hand and buy a jail. Many times I will look at the people on the street and I think, I wish I were one of them to be experiencing the town from their side, being able to enjoy the beauty and the buildings and the lovely people and the whole atmosphere.
Well, I think you're doing that, and I really appreciate everything that you've done for the community, and happy birthday.
After speaking with the amazing Betty Lou McBride, it was time to start the investigation. As we made our way to the second floor of the jail, the air shifted, thicker, colder. An unsettling energy seemed to cling to the walls. Something was watching.
Chris, where did you have your experience? Was it down further?
Yes, it was right. It was down further on this top tier.
Okay, let's go down there and check it out.
And this was where I was walking. Now I feel like something cold here.
Right here. Whoa! I feel something cold here.
It was right here. And I was walking this way. Camera was down on that level. I feel the exact same way I felt before.
But I just felt like, look at this. Oh, it's jumping right here. There we go.
Well, just then I felt like it passed me here. And I started walking here, and then our director said, actually, so I'm walking here, and I took 2 steps to stop, to look the camera. I delivered the line, that's when I felt it on my shoulders. I felt something on my shoulders, and then that's when the light went out.
And that's when they all. I'm gonna see if I could get some orbs here. Maybe there's something here. I mean,
because I definitely just felt it again.
You seeing the shadow?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I just saw it. Again. It just peeked its head out right on the right-hand side.
After realizing we were being watched, and after a quick mic change, Dominic told us more about the shadow he also saw.
You were standing here with Chris, and you were talking to him. I was watching down there, and you could see he was walking back and forth. That's what followed me earlier.
Is it the one from down below that you were having?
No, that's one from up here.
So maybe it's possibly the one that Chris is feeling. Maybe it's not an inmate.
I think it's a guard.
Chris, that feeling that you just got, it was the same feeling that you had before.
I did, except not the shoulders, but the coldness of the air.
So it was like kind of went through
It was
you.
instantaneous.
Yeah. I felt the same thing over there. I don't know if it's like because and it's humid in here. I mean, that's the odd thing.
There's no air conditioning.
Right.
There's no ventilation. It can't be anything but that.
We're going to try to work our way down to that dungeon area. I think we're going to get a little bit more, energies down there. As reluctant as we all are to go down there.
It must be done.
It must be done.
Next, Dominic confirmed where we all saw the shadow.
Right here, you can see this seam on the wall. This was the doorway to go into the women's room before they had to go through the bathroom. So this was the entrance, and it would go down the hallway to the women's cell.
And that's where we saw the shadow. That's just where we saw the shadow coming out of.
Women were kept separate from the men.
Right. Oh, yeah, that's true.
Obviously,
Okay.
for reasons, but no, they would have to get checked on. You asked earlier, were there any incidences? When the women were here, there were incidences. They had to separate them.
Next, we made our way to the most active part of the jail, the dungeon.
Oh my God, man. Chris, feel the temperature change, man.
This is at least a 20-degree.
At least.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You can see our breath, man. It's crazy.
And this was where, when we came down with our cameras, I want to say it was the second portal. There was something there, and there were orbs everywhere.
He just freaked out right on that second one. So and I'm getting goosebumps right now. Yeah. Look at this.
So something definitely happened there, because we had the same thing happen to ours. And I hope we have that B-roll somewhere.
Oh my God.
I'm going.
That's
So what happened here? From the being silent from it.
So in this cell, we had talked about it before, that a guard was bludgeoned an inmate in here.
And the inmate passed away.
Yes.
Okay. No wonder we saw that.
Yep.
As we pushed further on, the entire team was on high alert. The activity seemed to be ramping up.
I want to show you something. Now, don't give me so much light, but watch this.
See, were you getting orbs before? Yeah.
There we go. There's one right there. Always open.
There it is.
There it is. Yeah.
It was getting late, and with no further activity, we decided to wrap up the investigation.
Blaine, I want to thank you so much for allowing us to do this, and it was great to meet your grandmother. Yeah, Chris, what a pleasure, man.
Loved it.
I'm so glad we got you down to the dungeon, man.
Well, I'm glad to see Grandma Blaine too. It was really great to see her. I credit her with Jim Thorpe being where it is today.
Yeah, it's her baby. Yeah.
What we're going to do next is we're going to look at this footage. We're going to go back over and probably Zoom you in maybe a couple of weeks and do a Zoom call. We'll recap what we discovered.
I can't wait till you see it.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Let's get out of here. Blaine, I know you got to go, but thank you so much, man. Really appreciate it.
Eric's buying us dinner, so.
Your camera work, phenomenal, man. Thank you so much. Let's get out of here.
As the result of our investigations, Eric Mintel Investigates has been getting a lot of great publicity, of which we are very thankful. Guys, I'll tell you, the investigation at the old jail museum was unbelievable, man. I mean, talk about the history, right, Chris? Dom, unbelievable.
Oh, it was crazy. I mean, just from the initial start, when you said we were able to get in there to do the investigation, I was already getting hits of stuff and seeing visions of what was happening in there. So that was absolutely cool.
Chris, you never went down to the dungeon. That was the first time you were in the dungeon.
Well, at least I had, I had protection, so I had the courage to go down there. But now I'm glad that I did.
We all could run faster than Mike. That was our protection. Just shove him in the corner. We're out.
It was good to go down there because our team, the first time we were there, continually said what they felt when they were down there, and then they had seen the orbs and. And I know you had seen them as well.
Yeah, we got them on video, and that's what we'll show that piece while we're talking here. We did catch those orbs. I know, Chris, you said there was a piece of video, and we tried to find that when you guys were there with all the orbs.
Somebody had it, I think, on their phone. I'm still going to keep looking for that because I know it's somewhere because I've seen it.
Well, we got it while we were right there, which was amazing, man. I mean, it was incredible. When we were upstairs on the second floor and by the cells, we all felt that cold chill, and that happened to you on the first time that you were there.
That's right, and exactly in the same spot. I felt exactly the same thing for that brief moment in time. Dom had said he felt and knew who it was. It was exactly the same.
And it was crazy when we were down by the gallows and we were looking back up towards the warden's, his residence, and we were standing there. You could see there was a shadow figure kept poking out and going back and poking out and going back. And I mean, you could see it. I mean, it was so obvious. And that's what, when I was walking around up there tuning in, it was following me. For you to have that experience previous and for me to get that and experience it again with you, it's just, solidifying that there is a spirit and a presence right there.
Well, when I took that picture over Chris's shoulder, looking down that way, you can see something right there coming out of the wall. That's what you were looking at.
Was that where that portal was that they had covered? Right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
That's where I thought it was. So you actually saw someone coming through that doorway.
Yeah.
Yes.
And there's been other reports of that. It's just not us. It's
Right.
there's been people that have had those reports. I've been getting emails from people that they saw that we're doing the old jail investigation. They sent me pictures of things that they caught just on the regular tour. And how cool was it that Betty Lou came by,
Yeah.
gave us a little bit more history, and how she shaped the whole town was amazing, man.
I was so thrilled that she was there. I always had a really great relationship with her. She's a neat lady. But I'm glad you got that on camera, because she's probably one of the single greatest reasons that town is where it's at right now and such a great attraction, because she put a lot of her heart and soul in it at a time when people were walking away from it. So I'm just thrilled that you guys got that.
When she had told us the story about when they bought the jail, there were still inmates there. That just blew me away, that there were still inmates there in 1995. I didn't realize it was still open at that point. That is crazy. And for her to tell that story and just to know, well, I was still here feeding the inmates when they were here. And it's just crazy.
That we didn't find anything malevolent.
There was nothing malevolent that was there. It can be a scary place. There's nobody there that's going to hurt you or anything like that.
And the only thing that I felt too, and Blaine explained it right on the money, was when you walk into the cell with the handprint, there is a weird, wonky kind of feeling, right? Did you feel that too,
Yep.
Chris, when you walked in there?
I did. And when we shot that for PTN's piece, and we had one of our assistants closing the door while I was speaking, and the camera was moving into that space, we both felt it at the same time.
And you guys got the batteries zapped in all of your cameras too at the same time.
We did. I think they had went out and got fresh batteries, and then we shot that piece. And I felt that right after I was on the upper level the second time.
That's wild. I mean, all in all, the investigation was incredible. Betty Lou was incredible. Working with you, Chris, was incredible to have you on this investigation. To be able to do this was such a pleasure, and we're so grateful to do that. Chris, I want to thank you, and I want to thank PTN for sponsoring this video.
Oh my gosh, it's fun.
Cannot wait to get more content to you. There's a lot more coming, so thank you so much.